This is Adrian Hall, and you're watching Sports City with Simon Preston.
This video is brought to you by Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing. This video is brought to you by Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471. Hello everybody, I'm Simon Preston and welcome back to Reggae Boys Commentary, and this is Sports City. All right everybody, so let's get right into this conversation, shall we? Shamar Joseph, the 24-year-old from Guyana. And what a story it has been. What a 2024 it has been as well for Shamar Joseph and his journey as well. A man from Barakara, a small community in East Berbice in Guyana, about 225 kilometers up the Canhe River and 2 days by boat from the port city of New Amsterdam. Grew up in an area where there was limited opportunities, not really much internet connection or Wi-Fi. Grew up in a family of 3 sisters, 5 brothers. Grew up loving cricket. Grew up watching the likes of and adoring the likes of Curtly Ambrose and Courtney Walsh, watching their highlights. And he started bowling with what he had, different balls and plastic bottles. He experienced his first taste of playing cricket in playing club cricket. But think about it, his experience for Guyana didn't come until last year. He had many different sorts of jobs, security work, construction, laborer, working 12-hour shifts, even longer. And he pursued his dream of playing cricket. It was quite an interesting story where Ramaya Shepherd gave him the opportunity. He had a chance and he grabbed it with both hands. And he excelled, didn't he? He was initially brought in as a netballer in the CPL last year, but there's an injury to Kemo Paul. And then, well, you could say that things started to turn out well. Made his debut against Barbados Royals. Played 2 matches that season. Showed his pace, power, strength. And you could say from there that the rest is history for Shamar Joseph. Quite a journey. Now 2 test matches under his belt. 13 wickets. A bowling average of 17.31 and a best of 7 for 68. Encouraging, truly encouraging signs as West Indies picked up their first test win over Australia since 2003 and for the first time in Australia since the late 90s. That's how significant and that's how important the impact that Shamar Joseph has made. And I know many people will ask, certainly the opportunities will come for test cricket. It will. Well, for T20 cricket, and I want to show you a quote that he said in relation to his loyalty. And you know what Shamar Joseph said? He said, "I will always be here to play test cricket for the West Indies. I'm not afraid to say this live. There'll be times when T20 might come around and test cricket will be there, but I'll always be available to play for the West Indies no matter how much money comes towards me." That's what he said. Simply put. So now he's going to recover. He's going to use this time frame to recover from his injury so that he can be able to rest up for the next couple of series that lies ahead. So what does the ICC test rankings look like right now? Well, we're going to have a look at it right now in relation, because as you know, you have the ongoing test championship that is taking place. The West Indies right now, they're 7th in the current test rankings. Australia is at the top, followed by India, England, South Africa, New Zealand, Pakistan, the West Indies, and Sri Lanka. So that's how the test rankings look like right now as we speak. What about the ICC World Test Championship? How is the 2023 to 2025 rankings looking right now? Well, the West Indies had a very, very impressive victory over Australia. So that meant that it's 1-1 in that series. And there's a couple more tests for the West Indies to play in this time period. They'll play Bangladesh in 2 tests, South Africa in 2 tests, and they'll face England and also Pakistan as well in this time frame. Right now, the West Indies are 7th in the table, all right, with 16 points. 6 behind Pakistan, so not a far gap, because a test win is 12 points. A test win is 12 points, so that's something that we can all be mindful about and aware about. So the series ended 1-1, but 12 points for the West Indies in the most recent test match. All right, good. And just so you are aware, a drawn test match is 4 points each in that situation. All right. So what's next for the West Indies? Well, in the summer, in July, face England in 3 tests: Lords, Trent Bridge, and also Edgbaston. In August, it will be South Africa. And heading into the 2025 cycle, West Indies will host, late 2024, host Bangladesh and travel away to Pakistan. So that is what lies ahead for the West Indies in terms of the future. Okay, guys, so I'm encouraging you, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and subscribe to Rugby Boys Commentary for more content. Okay, guys, we really, really appreciate it. So please.
This video is brought to you by Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471.
This is Adrian Hall, and you're watching Sport City with Simon Preston.